Bedson, trustees and donors, and if you'll forgive me for saying this, most important of all, the China-Oxford scholars. It's a very great privilege for me as Warden of Rhodes House to welcome you to Rhodes House today. We are absolutely delighted that you are here, and if this is your first time here, I very much hope that this is the first of many times that you will be here. Our links with China include most recently hosting in this room just a few weeks ago a lunch for the Vice Premier for Economic Policy in China, Vice Premier Wang. It was a great privilege to have him here and the Ambassador and many other colleagues, and it's a very great privilege to have you here today. Behind me, you may have noticed this bust of Cecil Rhodes, for whom this building is named and for whom the Rhodes Scholarships are named. Cecil Rhodes, in the late 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, had a vision of a scholarship program that would bring outstanding young people chosen on pretty much the same criteria, I think, as China-Oxford scholars are chosen. Criteria of intellect and character, and capacity for leadership, and commitment to service. Rhodes had a vision that such young people from many countries around the world would come into the collegiate environment of Oxford, and that here they would be encouraged and they would be nurtured to be leaders for the future. People who would, in their various countries, make a difference for good in the future of their profession, the future of their communities, the future of their country. He also aspired through this, through the mixing of students from many countries in Oxford, to encourage understanding between countries. And indeed, he aspired through that to make a contribution to peace between nations. In 1901, he wrote that educational relations make the strongest tie, that educational relations between countries make the strongest tie. He believed, as I say, that by bringing these exceptional young people into the collegiate environment of Oxford, they get to know other future leaders from other countries here, and this would promote the sort of international understanding that would be conducive to harmony, cooperation and peace between countries. That's what he wrote in 1901, and it seems to me that in 2011 that vision remains as vital and as important as it was then. And it seems to me that the China-Oxford scholarships serve a great purpose, as I am, of course, cannot avoid believing the Rhodes Scholarships serve a great purpose, both in nurturing young people who will be leaders for the future and encouraging connections between future leaders of many countries, which will promote international understanding and good relations between countries. That only happens, that only works, if the outstanding young people, such as yourselves, who come to Oxford, get to know other students of other countries, get to know British students, get to know students from the other 144 countries represented amongst the student body in Oxford. And I know, as someone who came from overseas, in my case from Australia, as a student to Oxford, that that's sometimes easier said than done. You need to work at it. You need to keep on extending the hand of friendship yourself, seeking out every opportunity that you can to get to know students of other countries, students of other cultures, students of backgrounds different from your own. And oftentimes that's extremely hard work, but it's worth it. And if you can achieve that, then as well as the benefit that you gain from your academic studies, you will achieve something which is profoundly enriching for yourself personally, but also a major contribution to the future of your country and the future of its good relations with other countries around the world. And it's in the spirit of that that I am again delighted to say how welcome you are here today. And as I said at the outset, if this is your first time here, I hope it is the first of many. And if you've been here before, please come again. It will always be great to see you here. Thank you very much indeed.